Hello and welcome to my new lecture. In this lecture I will explain about site-to-site VPN connection and remote-to-site VPN connection. There is a big difference between site-to-site and remote-to-site VPN connections. Site-to-site VPN connection, it's connection that between two routers, but remote-to-site VPN connection, it's from one computer. As we can see here in the diagram, I have, for example, one VPN server. This is the VPN server, and I have my computer in my home. I want to access another computers in another site. So this is called remote to site VPN connection. So no need to set up in my home a VPN router as a client. As we see here in this diagram, if I want to connect two sites, I have to put remote client router and VPN server in the another side. So in this diagram, this is site to site VPN connection if I have both two routers. But in my scenario, remote to site is just simple computer connected to VPN server. Let's see this one in live. I will let you see now here. If I click here, I will let you see later this one how we can configure it, the remote to site. I will click from here. This is my computer. I am here sitting now. This is my computer. I will connect, for example, like this VPN server in another site. So I will click on this site and I will click on connect. Before I connect, just I want to let you see in the logs how I am connecting. I will connect to this customer. I will let you see the logs now and PPP. Now I don't have any connection. Just I click connect. Now you'll see me now. L2TP support is connected now, and you can see here in the logs I am connected. So now if I let you see now my IP address, if I open the CMD and type ipconfig, you will see my IP is 192.168.12. so actually I have network there, it's 192. If I ping 192.168.50.1, I am pinging the another network in the another site. I can ping also the server IP address there without any problem. So this is the difference between remote to site and site to site. So what I have to use, for example, as a beginner, for example, in which I have to select site to site or remote to site, you can decide this one. For example, if you have a customer, he have, let's say, one computer only. He want to access this computer from his home to his network. He have one server and he want to connect from his home to this server. So no need to put another router in his home as a remote, like this, as a remote router and VPN server, because it will take more cost for you if you create this one. But if you have only one computer, you just can create just a new VPN connection in the Windows machine, and you connect from Windows machine to the VPN server. But let's say if the customer, he have many computers, he have one site in Middle East and one site in USA, and he have in each site, for example, 100 computer. So it's very difficult to go to each computer and create like this VPN connection. I create in each computer new VPN connection or new remote to site VPN connection. It will take too much time from me. Like when you create DHCP instead of static IPs. Why we create DHCP? Because DHCP server more easy, will deploy the IP addresses for all clients. Same scenario in VPN. If I connect this router to this router, all the computers, if I have 100 computer connected to this router, they can communicate with this network. So no need to create VPN connection as I make here to each computer. Just I will connect the remote router to the HQ, the headquarter. So this is the difference between remote to site and site to site. And I will let you see one important thing that we will make it in any real lab in our course. If I access now, I will access my ISP modem router. I will just connect. I'm connected through VPN. The IP address is 100.1. This IP actually is not in my site. It's in another site. You will see here if I go to IP addresses 192.168.100.1. If I check that out, 100.1. okay, Let's check the ping. Okay, I have ping, but let me check my IP address, because before I add some more than one IP address in my interface, I will check. Okay, properties. Okay, I will remove this one just temporary. No need for this one because I added before. Remove. Okay, close. Then I will check again. 192.168.100.1, enter. Now I am accessing my ISP modem. This, as you see, STC, this my internet service provider modem. I will access with username and password. This scenario will make it in any lab. In your country, maybe you don't have this service provider, but we will do the same concept in any country. We will access this modem and we will go to security or forward rules. Sometimes you will find the port forwarding in forward rules or in security. So I will go to forward rules. For example, in this customer, I create here, if you see, in Winbox, I create L2TP, so I have to open 1701 and 4500 and 500. So you should see here in forward rules, if you go to port mapping, you should see these ports. Okay, if we go to port trigger, okay, in this ports, as you see, I open many ports. I open here many ports as 8080 5061. This phone for VoIP ports, and in port mapping sometimes you don't need to add it, but it's very important to add it. You can just simply, as I tell you before, if you put your IP in DMZ zone, the IP address in DMZ zone, it will work. For example, I put my Microtech IP address. This is my Microtech 192.168.100.254. I put it in DMZ zones. It will open any port for this router or for this IP address, but this one is not best practice. You should always add port mapping. In this customer, port mapping, it's not added here, but I will let you see another customer. For example, I will disconnect from here. I will connect to another customer. Now I am connected. I will let you see now 192.168.1.1. Okay, now this is another one. Okay, if we go same concept, you see this another ISP called mobile. If we go to security, then we go to port forwarding. If you see here, I am opening the many ports. Even you can see if I search for 1701, you see here I add 1701 and I add 4500 and 500. All these ports are forwarded to my Microtech router. If I let you see now, if I connect to this customer, if I go to IP addresses, you will see my IP 192.168.13. This is for one, and I port forward all this port 192.168.1.3. I forwarded to my router. Sometimes you will see some ISP modems, they have DMZ. You can put just directly the DMZ, then you make port mapping and port triggering. Port triggering, it's like will trigger the connection if it's coming to this port. For example, 5060, it will trigger this connection and it will open it. Then it will go to port mapping and forward it to your router. Some modems for ISP, you will not see this one. You will see just port forwarding. Then no problem, just go and forward the port 1701 or for PPTB 1723, just forward it to 192.168 dot anything dot your router IP address. I have here 192.168.13. This is my router. I forward it to 192.168.1.3. So this is basic how we will do in each lab. We will open these ports for any VPN protocol, and you know now the difference between remote to site VPN connection and site to site VPN connection. Thanks for now and goodbye.